I'm in the little town of Helmsley in Yorkshire, and I'm at the site of the deer park I've just scanned through, the magnificent ruins of Helmsley Castle. I say magnificent ruins because it wasn't so much that it went out of use. Sadly, it was in the English Civil War yet again. Old Mr. Cromwell, the parliamentarians, when they defeated a castle or a royal garrison, they decided to blow it up to stop it being reused. And as you can see, the tower on that side was blown up. It's got massive earthworks. This is the barbican, as it's known. The purpose of a barbican was the weakest part of a castle was quite often the main gate, so they would make it the most, or the strongest part of the castle by building this outer part. There is another barbican on the other side as well. Although the big bank and ditch is over there, you could possibly get up and over there, but when you look at Edward I's castles in Wales, like Harlech and that, they didn't bother with things like barbicans. They actually made the gate tower the strongest part of the castle, like Caerphilly, although Caerphilly is covered in water defences and such like. But making the gatehouse the strongest part. Some people over there doing some surveying. That's the tower. That's the Great Hall. Don't know what that is, but as you can see, the Great Hall, Great Tower on this side, blown up with gunpowder. Large parts of which are lying here, which have not been moved. You see the great banks and ditches there. And sadly, what's left of this great tower stand up to almost anything but gunpowder. Barrels and barrels and barrels of gunpowder. What would have happened to Parliament if Guy Fawkes and his lot had blown up Parliament with all the gunpowder? Well, it wouldn't be there today. That's for sure. The little town of Helmsley. This is an English heritage site, sadly, which suffers from a lot of English heritage sites. It's very difficult to find, unless you've got a mobile phone with some sat-nav on it. You'll struggle to find it because it's not signposted. There's no signs at all. I did see a sign for English heritage there, a little square with a little like hashtag. Sadly, it was for the Abbey. Although it's not spelt like it, but the what's it called? Riva. I think it's Riva Abbey, but it's got an X on the end. It's kind of weird, but never mind. And this is the other gateway, or the back of it, with another barbican over there. Towers. And that there's a deer park. Fantastic day today. I'm not going to bother going in there because it's a few people wandering about. There is a dungeon down here, but it's not a dungeon. People would call it a dungeon. It's not a dungeon. It's actually a like a fridge. It's just down there. We'll have a look at that in a minute. I'm going to go and talk to these people. I just spoke to those two people there. Geophysics, I believe that's called, if you've ever watched Time Team. There's the cold store down there. I'm going to take a little walk around the outside now. It's not even 4 o'clock yet. I think this place closes at 5. I did come here nearly 30 years ago. I think the little office used to be over in that hall over there. But now they've got a big purpose-built building that I know of. But like I say, it's not very well advertised. Ooh. Now you might think, why can't people get in the moat and try and come up this way? Well, there's a wall there that would have gone all the way across there to stop them doing that. And you can see the remains of a wall over there. There's another English heritage site over in Norfolk called Castle Acre. Magnificent ruined Motte and Bailey Castle. This isn't a Motte and Bailey, this is a, what would you call this? Courtyard castle. It's not really a concentric castle. A concentric castle is many layers. There's that wall there. Many layers on many layers on many layers, so that you can have a man standing on one level shooting a bow or a crossbow, and then you'd have another man above him shooting another arrow out of a bow or crossbow. That's the there's another outer part there. But here, I mean, not only have you got this bank and ditch on the inside, which is cut into the rock there, but you'd have to get up this side as well. I mean, you probably wouldn't have people stood here, but you would certainly, they'd have to get up there onto here, and then get up from that place up over that side. As you can see, that's cut into the natural rock there in places. There's a small doorway on the end there. Kind of wondering what that would be, but let's have a look down there, see how deep that is. That doorway there is the doorway. That's the hall. But there is another There's another doorway. Oh, it might have been... No, I don't think it was... No, it could have been there. That's the bottom of that dungeon. But I'm pretty sure it was an entranceway to get stuff in and out into the cold store. I can't see it on that side. I'm not going to go traipsing through these nettles and that. Risk falling down there. I'm pretty sure it was there, but never mind. What a magnificent place. I mean, the stone that they dug out of there to make the ditch is probably the stone that they've used there. It's the smell of a lot of the wildflowers. I think English Heritage used to clear a lot of their sites back, and then they kind of stopped doing it. They kind of just left them because they want to go back to nature almost. You can see how the many layers of the defences they've got here. It's a fantastic evening. But there we go, Helmsley Castle. I think you used to be able to go down, I don't know if you can go down in the ditch or not. I don't think there's any access, but I call it a ditch, some people call it a moat. I'll just end the video here because I'm going to go round to back that way and take some photos. Helmsley Castle, 100% worth a visit. And if you're into abbeys, there's 3 or 4 abbeys ruined around here as well.